looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Utah Utes offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continued to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Quarterback on the keeper. Past the first down marker and still running. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Utes are on the move. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Pocket breaking down. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal to go.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Baylor's offense will get the ball for the first time. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he
breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Guys, when you think about the big picture for Baylor, really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The RPO, it's complete. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And the Bears with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. White wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. The Bears will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the ground, it's Kruger. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. White going to attack through the air. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Pucks it out of the air. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. End off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Quarterback may change this route. looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. We've reached the break. It's Utah holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Bears line it up with a first and goal. White wants to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bears! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Missouri dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Cuber. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The give to the single back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna run it. It's Kruger. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Utes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Utah! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Handoff from the gun. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Sends it back in motion. With the catch, it's Watkins. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And this guy continues to pour on the stats. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. Is off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was pretty easy for the quarterback, right? You just need a few yards to pick up that first, so you find the tight end, put it on his body, let him go do the work, and you keep the drive alive.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to keep it in the air. Dances away. The throw. Got his man.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a strike for a completion.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. White going to attack through the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Finds a crease at the 20. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They go 83 yards on the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Catch in the middle, it's Cuber. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Wilson will throw. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. And the Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Farrell. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right now.
Finds the tight end. Turning. Got enough space. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the 1st half. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
The Utes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Farrell. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The offense changing the play. White wants to throw it. Rushes on him. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Bears will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Defense showing blitz here. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cuber. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on 1st down, to the pass, and getting the sack.
Stumbled to the ground. And the Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get it up for the 1st down. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Utes are rolling down the field. Wilson to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to get the corner. Got the first down and more. He now has 61 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. This is a designed run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. White going to attack through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to take off. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know, if you just put it anywhere near this guy with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. He did it right there.
Makes the grab. It's Watkins. Breaks into the open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Bears had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Surging forward on the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Andrews. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Utes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The receiver on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him, and they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Back to the ground game on the left. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears! The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
The Utes hit it quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Looking for the score. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Utes! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
They still have work to do. Trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. White wants to throw it. Moving out of the pocket. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the left. On the move! at the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. A little release to the back. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! And that might be a dagger. They've pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wilson will throw. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. And the Utes are in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Got a man. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He wants to throw it again. And the timing just a hair off. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Steps away. Inside the 35. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be third and long. Wilson to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
They'll leave it with him. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they